Now, what happened at the pool hall, however, I do feel is worth discussing. Now, when we arrived, my friends and I, we found a table, ordered a pitcher of beer, and started playing. Now, as the game progressed, there were two women in the building with us who ended up at the table directly opposite ours. Now, what came next is a classic scenario that I'm sure you've all experienced before. One of them kept exchanging momentary glances with me, which is typically the first sign of courtship. You know, someone just looks over at you, you look over at them, and it keeps going on and on for however long it goes on for before one of you finally says something. Now, this was the moment when I had a, rather, this was when I had a moment of clarity, and I immediately thought back to Bar, Stardust, RBK, and what I've learned from watching their videos. I was out with friends, celebrating a birthday, playing pool, drinking beer, having a time of my life, and now, all of a sudden, here's a distraction that threatened to take me out of that moment. I mean, yeah, sure, the woman, she was good looking and she had a physique that appealed to me, but I didn't want to become the slobbering simp who goes nuts and wants to become the stereotypical asshole macho PUA type who needs to pick up a woman in order to prove his alpha male status. I'm sure you guys know who the sort of person I'm describing here. Now, I honestly don't remember who spoke first, but all four of us ended up chit-chatting with both women as the night went on. I don't regret that. I mean, it's always nice to meet new people and shoot the proverbial shit. Well, whatever, it happens. No regrets. But one thing that was constantly occurring after we started talking to them was that our game was always met with interruptions. I mean, I was there to have fun and play pool, celebrate my buddy's birthday. And it's hard to fulfill, especially the latter objective, when your friends are too busy staring down a woman's shirt, a shirt that she deliberately wore because her G-sized breasts are perfect for flaunting for attention, which is only, I guess, aided by the fact that she wasn't wearing a bra and they looked as though they had been forced into her shirt with a crowbar. I mean, these things were huge, guys. Now, I admit it. I'm human, I'm male, I like large breasts, whatever, it's a fetish. And so diverting my attention wasn't easy. But she very clearly wanted men to pay attention to her. I mean, this is something we're all familiar with. But I would not grant her anything beyond simple conversation. I wouldn't do it. I mean, at one point, I bought my friends a round of shots. And as I'm doing that, the idea came to my head, well, why don't I offer these ladies some shots as well? Why not say, hey, do you want to have fun with us too? But then, once again, I thought back to the three amigos. In this case, I'm referring to Bar, Stardust, and RBK, and that's how I like to think of them. And I thought to myself, in a situation like this, I think they'd probably tell me, don't do it. Stop your train of thought right there. And you know what? They'd be right. Why should I? Just because these women are giving us attention and one of them especially wants us to ogle at her bosom? No. Look, miss, flaunt your body all you want, but I will not allow myself to be suckered into pampering you just because you want me to think that I might fuck you at the end of the night if I do enough of this pampering. You're not going to pay me for your share of the shots, so why the hell should I include you? If she really wanted to partake in the celebration, she would have bought her own shots for her and her friend, but surprise, surprise, that didn't happen. And this really was my epiphany. This was my moment when I realized where so many men fail. They give in to their instincts, they foam at the mouth because the prospect of having sex is too good to pass up on, do what they feel will get them there, in this case buying a girl drinks, it's something that I'm sure we've all heard of before, only to end up with blue balls in the end. And for me, this is the spirit of MGTOW. I will just say no. The alpha male type, he walks away and he says, meh, she's just a bitch. She's going to miss out on some good cock or some other such dribble. No, buddy. Sorry. You are the bitch for catering to her whims because you have done exactly what she wanted you to do. You're the idiot, not her. The MGTOW, he says, meh, not interested. I feel I accomplished that. Plain and simple.